Uh-huh. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then NextGen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. NextGen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
For more than a century, you have made St. Mary's your healthcare choice. It might be our dedication, compassion, and skill, or the personalized patient experience. Perhaps it is our award-winning, high-quality care. Whatever your reason, you trust St. Mary's will offer advanced technology and comprehensive care close to home. Learn more about our services at stmarysregional.com.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now, imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local Votech, we are Autry Technology Center.
Hello and welcome to the Oklahoma Basketball Coaches Association All-Star Game. Mark Rogers, Adam Dieselhorst with you. First of three. We got an East-West showdown between the large schools and a lot of talent on the floor today.
Yeah, just we had kind of made some notes here of some of the colleges that are represented as far as these athletes. And, Mark, throughout the season we've seen some of them, so going to see a few players we saw at the Tournament of Champions, and pretty cool to see. Even obviously some of them are going to have this is going to be their home court, with a couple of them going to UCO. One playing football with the Hacker kid, Ingram from Memorial coming here to play. And then Barber at Westmore will also be coming here. So we'll be talking about some of those kids and more.
You want to make a prediction on the game so far? You like the West or the East? I mean, you're kind of a West
stick
guy.
To my allegiance. I got to go red dirt and go West always.
I'll tell you what. I'll go East. I think it's going to be a pretty good matchup, but I will.
Is that because Blackwell's east of I-35?
It's not. I would say we associate with the West, but I will
the
just.
school district goes west of I-35.
I'll be different just to make it interesting.
Okay.
Here, coaching the East today, Zach Trimble from Grove in front of us, and Tim Boyer coaching the West, head coach for the McLeod Redskins. We'll be underway in just a second. A lot of coaches in the house here to see their teams play. A little different format coming up later in the day with Class 3A taking on Class 2A and then Class A taking on Class B.
Correct. And just so everyone knows that's out there that is tuned in, we are not colorblind. Gray is going to be white, though, today, just so everyone knows. It's a lighter shade of gray, so I think we're okay on that.
Yeah.
But obviously red will be red, so.
I think we're fine there. Good to be with you on the Sports Animal platforms also today, as well as Squirtle.tv.
So, Mark, I had the pleasure of getting to venture over to the Hall of Fame banquet before because he also coached in the Blackwell area as well. Richard Beck, one of the Hall of Fame inductees, was an assistant coach of mine. He actually coached at Fairview and took a couple of those Fairview teams back in the late 80s and early 90s to the state tournament a few times. And then his son was my age, and so he came back and was our assistant when we were in high school. And I've been around a lot of people that I feel like know basketball really well, and this guy he is a wealth of knowledge as it pertains to basketball. So I was glad to see him and all the other Hall of Famers. It's a big deal for them to be inducted in that.
Yeah, outstanding. We will give you the rundown of the inductees coming up during the broadcast. They're introducing some of the players here for each team.
So Jared Reese is here, and I told him we were going to have him on, and he wanted to know if he needed to be on this game or the Class B game. Now that
right,
so
he could comment, I think, on the bigger school games, especially with a couple of his players playing for the West squad, Caden Kitchens and Xavier right now.
Good crowd.
It was a very good crowd today. We'll go ahead and give you the rundown of the rosters here for the West. Caden Kitchens and Xavier Ridenauer from Kingfisher, as we said. Garrett Redwine from Tuttle, Chase Sicarda from Newcastle, Derek Lawrence from John Marshall, Luke Norwood, McLeod, Jordan England from Carl Albert, Linzel Stevenson from Southeast, Evan Barber, and Zach Hayes from Westmore, and CJ Smith and Xander Baker from Putnam City North. For the East, they are one less player on the roster. It's Hagen Hacker from Grove, Cody Petrie from Stillwell, Seth Pratt and Jareth Ingram from Tulsa Memorial, Jaden Cool from Holland Hall, Parker Fredrickson from Bixby, Ada Apayan from Bartlesville, TJ Strong from Edmond North, Keeler Young from Broken Bow, Jordan Brown from Ardmore, and Logan Hayes from Inola. It will be Ingram to jump it up against CJ Smith, who can really get up.
See, this is going to mess with me because I always associate blue with the East in All-Star games.
Okay. I'll help you out. There's a shot goes over the backboard. And we should have a pretty good pace. Pratt. Shot missed by CJ Smith. Cody Petrie.
I believe that was Fredrickson that took that first shot for the East.
Can really shoot. Fredrickson has it again. Ingram. Getting inside. Scores the first basket of the game.
He's already making himself at home, isn't he?
Yeah.
Coach Hoffman's got to be excited to have him.
Getting right to the basket for the layup. Count it for Evan Barber. deep three. Miss from Fredrickson, and the tip up and in by Ingram.
The UCO guys are accounting for all the points so far.
How do you determine what's a good shot at an all-star game?
Well, I got a funny
one that goes in. There you go.
Got a funny story for you. So, Coach, I was with Coach Hardaway earlier on today from Cashin, and one of his kids is going to be an alternate, Vandruff, and so he told Vandruff, he said, I know you play post, Vandruff, but if you ever catch the ball, you shoot it. And he said, well, I thought you don't want me taking threes. And he said, this is an all-star game.
Any shot is a good shot. Bucket. Counted for Evan Barber. And here we come in a little transition again. 2 minutes gone. CJ Smith makes it 9-4 West. Blocked by Ingram. He gets it out. It'll be a 2-on-1 for the East. And to the hole with authority goes Parker Fredrickson for the dunk.
Fredrickson is now committed to Wake Forest. Is that correct?
Yeah, and had been committed to a couple of different places. We're going to have an and one. Evan Barber scores. We go to the free throw line.
Barber also will be attending UCO. You see across the way Coach Hoffman watching. He's got to be happy about the early play so far from his future Broncos.
Coach Hoffman looks like he's been out on the golf course quite a bit. He's rather tan.
He does. What a great job he has done here at UCO.
Three-point play is converted, makes it 11, now 12-6. The West has got the East doubled up. Hacker pulls up just outside the three-point line and scores. Mentioned he's going to play football here at UCO. CJ Smith misses the three. Great offensive rebound and put back inside. There's some post points. Caden Kitchens.
We've seen that before, haven't we?
This is going up.
Yes.
Count it. Nothing but the back of the net.
Good looking shot there.
Fredrickson has finally got his range down. Barber gets a good roll in the bucket.
Barber's I think he's going for the scoring record. He's got a bunch.
Ingram on the other end with the layup. Oh, nice move by Barber. Yeah. Little hesitation move went by Petrie. We're going to have 5 substitutes into the game for the East.
So the way I understand it, Coach Kerr was mentioned before, they'll be rotating every 4 minutes, Mark, just so we know. It's like hockey, like ice hockey.
No need to substitute. That three was good from Hayden Hacker. We got some points going.
Oh,
we got
yeah.
some points going in this game.
The shots are going down. I was a little worried because I was watching them play pickup earlier on, and nobody could hit the broadside of the barn earlier on. So
it's heating up.
Does me saying broadside of the barn show where I'm from?
No, I think you're good.
Okay.
Chase Carter with a basket from Newcastle.
Nice.
A deep three and conversion. Last three for the East was put in by Jordan Brown. And turnover, Brown throws it out of bounds. We'll go the other way. The West will take possession. You trying to commit NCAA violations?
Yeah, I think that I don't know if that may be a rule, but I don't know.
The West has 11 players, so it's going to be an
Yeah.
odd rotation.
Yeah, because
I think I'd rather play in the East. That means you're guaranteed your minutes.
Yeah.
Xander Baker draws a foul. I'd like to see you try to guard Xander.
Yeah,
Pretty quick.
Yeah,
You're going to have to give him some space.
yeah. I'll arm bar him. That's what I'd have to do. They'd have to allow me to. So
Got a good roll there.
I was telling the girls that are helping us earlier on, I haven't played organized basketball in a long time, and I was in the gym the other day, seeing my wife, and I decided to pick a ball up and try to take a shot, and I literally missed it by 4 feet. So
Was it a 3? You need to warm up.
Yeah,
man.
I didn't even know there was a shot inside the three-point line.
You need to warm up a little bit. Logan Hayes from Inola with the basket. Brings the East within a 2. Luke Norwood. Step back.
Ooh.
Rim is bouncy today. He's been providing some pretty good rolls so far. Iapan drew some contact, misses the shot, and the rebound comes off to the West. Zach Hayes loses it. Run out for the East. Pull up 3. No. Big rebound by TJ Strong.
Ooh.
Strong throws it away. Oh, almost threw it down. Rebound, and the West scores off the Zakarta miss. Luke Norwood from McLeod. Brown. Nope. Rebound, Baker. Baker will pull up. Rebound stays with the West. Three miss. Hayes from Westmore. Zakarta. Misses, but Baker will tap it back, and the West retains possession. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Nice spin move. No. Brown. Oh, tried to nutmeg the defender. And the East is able to keep it. 3-point shot, no. And a couple of West players fighting for the rebound. Baker comes away with it. Deep 3, no. Rebound to Strong. Shot blocked. Good block inside, but the East is going to keep it. Got to shoot, and no. Scoring slowed down a little bit in those final 4 minutes, but 25-21 in favor of the West.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
West has it to start the second quarter. We are joined by the new head coach at Dover, Mr. Jared Reese. What's up, Jared? Some things have changed since we talked last, huh?
Yeah, nothing much. Just coming to watch some of my players out here today.
Caden Kitchens and Xavier Ridenauer are in the game from Kingfisher, playing for the West. That's a strong move, going right to the basket. Linzel Stevenson from Southeast. Give me your thoughts so far.
Yeah, there's a lot of great players out here. It's a lot of fun to watch them kind of play with each other when they've been playing against each other, and a lot of incredible shot making like that one right there.
Fredrickson is going to Wake Forest, Division I player at Bixby. He has got a good shot, you can tell. He's thinking it's going to go in every time. Got a steal and a run out, Seth Pratt, and the dunk. Tulsa Memorial, a team that you guys saw up at the Tournament of Champions.
Yeah, two of them out here. They're really, really good players.
A wild flurry into the basket. Nice pass. Conversion. C.J. Smith, Putnam City North. So, how's Dover so far?
Good. You know, we really haven't got to do a lot yet. Just kind of met the kids, going to start some stuff next week, and we're excited about it. I'm able to bring both of my assistant coaches with me, so we're just kind of getting used to the kids and getting ready to get started here this next week, and we're kind of excited about it. We're also going to be helping a little bit with the girls program, so they had a pretty good season last year, and that should be something new for us.
Summer League coming up. Where will you guys play?
We are going to do some stuff at home. We're not really going to go anyplace. The girls, I know, this next week, they're actually in Kingfisher Summer League. They're also in the Squirtle deal on the 10th, so they're in a few different camps.
That's coming up next Saturday.
Yes.
And the East is drawn within a point. That three made by Cody Petrie from Stillwell. I'll tell you what, I know you guys came up short, but what a incredible Class 4A state tournament we had this year.
Yeah, it was a lot of incredible games. Atmospheres were unbelievable. Don't know that I've been in an atmosphere quite like the one in the semifinals as far as how crowded it was. And it was, hated to come out on the losing end, but it was a memory we'll all have for a long time.
Yeah, that gym was electric that night at UConn High School. And now you are a principal as well.
Yeah, that's kind of the deal with the Dover situation. Gave me an opportunity to do principal and coach, and that's kind of some of the reason for the move. I've been working on my master's the last couple of years, and now that I finished it, this gave me an opportunity to do both those things and kind of put to use the 2 years of education that I got. So
it's got to feel good to have that finished, right?
It is. That was a hard last couple of years, coaching and doing that. Especially as good as teams that we had. It was a lot. I'm happy that my family let me do that, and we're glad it's over.
33-28 West on top. C.J. Smith at the free throw line.
Yeah, it's really enjoyable for me to watch these games. We literally have played about against every single one of these kids, I think, at some point in time, either in the summer or during the season, and it's kind of fun to watch them play together instead of against each other.
Pratt hit that three, and another three.
Had some battles with CJ there, and had Heritage Hall several times. So
that one in and out. CJ Smith gets the rebound. Smith fires it in. The West has extended it to a 9-point lead. Step back three and nothing but net. Both these teams heating up. I saw that just recently that Jalen Montanati made the Team USA for 16 and under. So basketball in Oklahoma is really at a pretty high level right now. You got a lot of good young players, and we've seen a lot of good players and will here in the game today.
Yeah, I think the state of Oklahoma in high school basketball is at a really good spot right now. There's lots of great players. I think the college coaches from around the country are kind of figuring that out. You see a lot more offers than what we did maybe even 10 years ago. So a lot of good things going on in our state.
High archer is short off the back of the iron for Jaden Brown. And a tough layup. Scoring for the West. Xavier riding out. What do you like most about his game? It's kind of your mainstay.
Yeah, he was an incredible player. You know, both these guys out here, probably the thing I liked most about both of them is their demeanor. These two never got rattled. I mean, when things were going really well or when things were going terrible, they kind of act the same all the time, even in practice. So they were great leaders for the other kids to kind of follow. We always tell our kids, it's the hardest thing to do is beat somebody that acts the same when they're winning and losing. And these two really exemplify that, and it's really what made them great players.
What do they have playing for college?
You know, I think Caden's just going to go to school. Xavier is going to go to Link Academy in Missouri. His older brother did that too, get another year and then see if more college offers are available after that. He had a couple different choices, and that's kind of what he chose. His brother went there and really enjoyed that, so that's what he's going to do too.
What else for some of your kids at Kingfisher?
Well, I don't know if we have any going to play any basketball anywhere. These were the two that kind of considered it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our Sternberger kid is going to go play football at Southeastern. So, and the rest of them most of them are just going to go to school. So most of them are really academically blessed.
Mm-hmm.
They're very smart kids, and you know they're probably going to steer clear from what I do for a living and go make money later on.
Jordan Brown from Ardmore went to the basket and scored. West up 8. Step back from Baker. Keeler Young gets his team into transition. Has a shot rejected. Evan Barber, step through, nope. How about the NBA Finals? This has been a great playoffs. Been really interesting.
Yeah, it's Denver's pretty amazing. Miami is too. I really enjoy watching them, just how tough they are. And I think they can hopefully make it a series.
Nice take and score. Xavier riding out.
It's tough to watch. You know, Xavier's defense looks a little different than it did during the season here.
You can't try to lock somebody down in this game.
No lockdown in this.
If you do, you're going to get it back on the other end. So.
Yeah. And that's why the total is higher than most of the games we scored this year at halftime.
I like made baskets. I do. Yeah, the West. I mean, I think if memory serves me correct, in the last 3 or 4 years, you guys didn't give up more than 50 points and could count on one hand how many times that happened. So.
Yeah, and if we did, we were probably playing some of these kids that are out here.
He's probably going to be looking for you to yell at him for some defense.
Yeah.
Barber, nice pass and a nice finish from Ridenauer. Under a minute to go. And count the layup for TJ Strong, hometown. Played at Edmond North, 2-time defending state champs, with a bunch of players returning for a shot at a three-peat. Xander Baker will go to the free throw line for 2. Popped out on him. got the second one to go. Good help from Baker. East is able to keep it. Young throws it away. Alley-oop. Just a little off. 10 seconds. Brown, step back three, got it. Brings the East within 7, and that will do it for the first half. We will take a timeout. We'll come back with the second half here. East on top, or excuse me, the West on top of the East 49-42 in the OBCA All-Star Game. Stay tuned.
First BG10 Flow Fest featuring recording artist Kylie Morgan, Jay Allen, and special guest Kim Allen. Saturday, June 24th at Rustic Rose Barn. Tickets on sale now at ticketstore.com. BG10 Flow Fest 2023 with Kylie Morgan and Jay Allen. Concert benefits Cassian's own the BG10 Legend Foundation.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
What would you do if you only had one life to live? Well, that's kind of how this whole thing works. So bite off more than you can chew. Don't wait for someone else's green light. Go after what they say you can't. Oklahoma needs more doers, and doers don't wait. Get skilled, get paid. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Welcome back. About to get underway here in the third quarter. 49-42 in favor of the West. East will have it first.
the spot of royalty.
That's right. A lot of wins in that seat in the second quarter.
I almost had to flip a coin with Lenny and Coach Cudjoe over there. Neither one of them were wanting to come over. So.
Well, that says a lot about the broadcast.
Well, they didn't know you were over here, I swear. I said, well, Mark's over there. They're like, okay, well, we'll come on then. So you still got some cred, Mark.
Okay, that's good. Will we see 100 in this game? I'm going to say yes.
I think so. Unless they get tired late.
Oh, this is fun. No one's getting tired. Lawrence missed the 3. Although the pace has slowed down a little bit. There you go. Deep 3. And a turnover will go back the way of the East. Tell me a little bit about what's going on next week with Squirtle.
So we will be hosting 2 events, actually. We have our Squirtle Shootout, which is the basketball version kind of our you'd almost call it like a summer camp. Teams get to come, get to play in 2 nice facilities at Yukon High School and Southwest Covenant. Southwest Covenant built a beautiful facility. So we'll have 3 pools of that all day long out there. If you can't make it, obviously you can watch it on Squirtle. And then at the same time, we will be having also our West Squirtle Showdown, which actually has now been modified because unfortunately Norman North had to cancel the large school side of that. So we'll just be having the small school side of that. And so that will be at Cashion. And so we'll still have that portion of it. And then obviously tomorrow we have All-State Baseball in Enid. And then the week after that, we've got our 7-on-7 event at Bixby. And then we also have the 8-man All-State game too as well.
So it's going to be a really busy month.
It will be, yes, sir.
TJ Strong with a good step back. How many teams are going to participate in the 7-on-7 at Cashion?
So I think we're gonna do 10 teams over there, and guarantee everybody a certain amount of games. And they've still got 2 places where we can play the infield of their new track facility, and then obviously their football field. And so normally we have 16 small, 16 large is kind of how that's broken down, but it just worked out best to do it that way with the amount of officials that we were able to get, having to move it in such a short notice. And so it was a little different this year. Our West Showdown is usually the same weekend, which would be not next weekend but the weekend after. But Norman North, passed, obviously you being a Norman resident, passed their school bond to build a new facility. So they're coming to start construction, and that's kind of why we had to bump it up. So next year we'll move it back, and I don't think we'll have the issues we had this year.
Mm-hmm. The East's got a chance to tie this up or at least pull within 1. And we'll get a foul, a couple of free throws coming up.
So, Mark, we normally do, you and I do our uniform breakdown, but it's difficult. So I think we go to shoes. Is that what we do? So who's got the best shoes?
I don't know. I like these. I like the lime green at the free throw line. It's a miss from Logan Hayes.
It's very Squirtle-esque.
My shoe game is not strong at all. I've got these Hokas on that they're.
It's all about comfort at our age, right?
That's right. I'm on the younger end of the demo for them. But Derek Lawrence with a bucket.
My wife buys me shoes, so I actually have.
Oh, you got some
fairly
nice
good shoes. Yeah, I got the 11s, the low top 11s on.
Mm-hmm.
So. I think they're called Cool Gray. I don't know. All the cool kids wear them, I guess.
Keeler Young with a bucket. I think I put the jinx on these teams when I started talking about 100 points because we're not going to hit the total in this quarter for sure unless things really start cooking.
A lot of times you see in these games, these kids are maybe just a little fairly out of shape end of school year activities, graduations, things like that, maybe a vacation here or there, and they get a little tired a little quicker than they normally would.
Jordan Brown with that bucket, a 1-point game. Deflection, so ball stays with the West.
Coach Lenny's coming over.
Great play, and the East has finally taken the lead. (54-53). We'll have our substitutions. And a steal. Adi Iapan took it away, goes into the lane, scores. East up by 3.
You saw Iapan at the Tournament of Champions at Bartlesville. It's fun to get to watch them this year. And I believe Coach, the point guard from there,
David Castillo.
Yeah, is going to K-State. Is that right?
Correct.
Where his head coach went. Is that correct? Didn't Clint?
That is correct.
Yeah,
Yes, from Union. Yeah.
Yes.
Good call.
He could shoot it.
Definitely could. And
Yeah.
that K-State seems like it would be a fun place to play.
I agree.
Up tempo and up and down. The West has gone cold. Rebound for Fredrickson. Misses the shot, and Xander Baker comes away with the rebound. Barber, and now out to C.J. Smith. His 3 is off, and the rebound comes down to Hacker. C.J. Smith, 3-on-1, goes to the basket, rolls out. We'll have a tie-up, jump ball, possession arrow points to the West. Now down by 5. Had a lead one time by 11 in the game, and now trailing 58-53. Nice move to the basket. Barber scores for the West, 58-55. Lenny Hatchett joins us, head coach at Del City, state champions. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. How's the summer?
Summer's been good. We've had our first team camp over at Oklahoma Christian. Just went over there and played a couple games yesterday. And, new look, new group, but they play hard and they're doing things right. So we were excited about what they were able to do.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. You have to feel great about the season. There's a dunk from Ingram from Memorial, a team that you guys know a little bit about.
Oh, yeah. Those guys are definitely familiar. I'm glad him and Seth Pratt are graduating.
Tell me a little bit about Brandon Garrison. How's his summer been and ready to go to Oklahoma State?
Summer's been pretty good. I know he's been staying busy, getting plenty of workouts in with some of the guys from Team Griffin that he's played with, some of the former players, and going out there and working out. And I think he's going to be heading up there Sunday. He's going to start heading up there, get ready to get moved in, and so he's ready for that new journey.
How was his experience at the McDonald's game?
Absolutely, it was amazing. We were fortunate to go down there. Me and my family experienced the entire weekend down there with him. I thought he really played like he belonged in the game, held himself up well as far as, representing Del City, his family, and himself down there throughout the weekend. And it was an exciting game. I thought the game was very competitive. Guys are getting after it. In fact, I was talking to one of the coaches over there, about that game, and those kids down there were playing like they're trying to get to a different level down there. So
yeah.
it was a really, they take care of those kids down there. They really do. It's a really neat game, good experience.
Well, and I know there's a fraternity around Oklahoma City and basketball and stuff like that. That's got to be a great example to set for some other people to try to achieve. And it's rare that someone
definitely
is selected in a game like that.
It's a very hard selection process. Just going through it with Brandon, how that worked out. There's all different criteria that they look at. And to get selected on that game is definitely a special moment for Brandon and any other kid that got that opportunity to go.
How do you feel the state of basketball is right now? I thought we had some tremendous competition this year in some of these individual classes, and a lot of kids that are definitely on the radar of Division I programs.
I think Oklahoma basketball has always been, sometimes as I always kind of say, it's kind of under-recruited. But there's some very, very talented players coming here, even in smaller classes. The young man that's over at Dale, the Forsyth kid, is unbelievable. I enjoy watching him play, and just some other classes that are out there. I think Oklahoma basketball is we're still catching up to some of these other states on things that they do and how they do it. But I like the direction it's going.
Are you going back to Whataburger tournament next year?
No, we won't get to go back there. That's only an invite only. But they enjoy it. We had a great showing down there. It would have been nice if we'd had Brandon healthy. Brandon didn't get to play in that game because of a foot injury, so we didn't have him. But That one's invite only. In fact, I believe we were the only Oklahoma team that has ever participated in that Whataburger Classic in the 62 years it's been going on.
That's a cool tournament, right? 32 teams in there?
32 teams, and you got some high-level teams down there. Division I coaches are in the gym daily. You're playing against some really, really talented players down there throughout Texas and other places that got invited to that tournament.
So district play is going to happen this next year, correct?
That's the word.
What do you think? Is that a good or bad thing?
Well, I mean, pretty much everybody knows my vote. I really wasn't for it. I just kind of felt that the way things have been going has always been the right teams in the state tournament, and I think they've always got the right teams in the finals. And I never said that just because of the success we've had. I just thought that, that's how it is. And I don't think there's ever a perfect way. Districts is going to be what it is. We'll have to figure it out. I know we're going to get the chance to meet August 7th and kind of iron some things out as far as after ADMs get put in and figure out who's going to be 5A, 6A, and then try to figure out your 4 districts. But, at the end of the day, it's a blessing that the kids still get to play the game. They'll find out who your top teams are in each district, and then they'll still play out the tournaments and get ready to go to a state tournament. Will that affect your scheduling? Make things a lot more difficult? It is going to affect the scheduling. I mean, I really enjoyed the flexibility of our conference that we had in the past, the Suburban Conference, because we only had to play everybody once. And so, we played everybody once, so that was 6 games. So I could always go and get, depending on how many tournaments you won, 6 to 7, maybe 8 other games, to get with, 6A teams, 4A teams. And I kind of feel bad for a lot of the 4A, 3A schools like your Millwoods, John Marshalls, places like that always wanted to schedule up and schedule different players or different teams because that's going to affect their schedule too. I talked to a 4A coach yesterday. He's going to be looking for like 6 games, next year. So, you're going to have to get creative. I think there is some options where some teams can do 16-2 or do 14-3, but we're locked in right now at 14-3 because I stay committed to the 3 tournaments that I'm going to go back to next year, and we'll just play our district games, and that'll be it. So we won't play any. I like the test. I like being able to play a 6A school early in the year. That's how it's always been since I've been there, and I think that's important for your program just to kind of get battle tested against some of those really, really tough teams. Yeah, no doubt about it. Del City got a lot going on right now. Football team is good. You and Coach Jones seem to be working really well together. Oh, yeah, definitely. Jones and I go way back. When I was coaching at Carl Albert, he was over there playing, and he knows my brother real well. So he's doing an unbelievable job over there getting those guys ready for the season. So we're excited about watching that. Yeah, those Carl Albert, the Carl Albert alumni have done pretty well for themselves in JD's class. So JD's taking over at Western Heights, and I know he'll do a good job there. Yeah, we talked last night and got a chance to talk to Terry Long yesterday. And my brother's excited about it. I know he knows he's got some challenges ahead. And I said, hey, you never want to go in there just walking into something that's going to be given to you. The ones that are more rewarding is the ones that you get to turn around the program yourself and you feel a little more excited about it. And so he knows he's got a challenge. I think they're actually at a 7-on-7 West Welkers deal today. Okay. So he got a chance to take those guys over there, which I think this might be the first time they've ever done that. So that's good. He's doing some good things with them. I'm sure he will have the participation way up, and so that will help a lot. Get those numbers up for sure. I can get you comments on just a couple of these individual guys out there. You guys went up against Jordan England quite a bit, and. Watched him since played against him since he's been a freshman. Good young man and talented player. I've always felt he's been one of the best team guys that I've ever played against. I mean, he is all about his team, and I'm happy for him. I think he's going up to Enid to go pursue finish up college up there. One of the own West guys, maybe with a foul. There's some explosiveness going to the basket. Yeah, this Brown kid from Ardmore, number 2, he's got some explosiveness, and he can shoot it. He stopped on a dime and drilled one over here just a few seconds ago. Could really shoot. This game's going back and forth, but pretty good. Oh, yeah. We got Derek with a nice little behind the back from John Marshall over there. I like that kid. He's always been tough and did a really good job over at John Marshall these past 4 years. Well, you call that right there. There's that Brown kid again. Can't give him too much space. You guys went up against Putnam City North, too. I was impressed all season long with CJ and Xander. 2 quality players. They were. We'll get into the game here in a minute. They played well together and had a good chemistry. We played them earlier in the year at that
Norman tournament?
Yeah, the Joe Lawson Memorial Tournament down in Norman. So they gave us I think they gave us our first loss of the season and kind of woke us up. Actually, Northwest Classen gave us our first loss, and then Putnam City North.
Will you guys go back to the Norman tournament?
We will. We're going to go back there. I really enjoy the tournament. Hospitality's great. Competition's really good early. You know, we got several guys that are playing football, so we might not have them. I'm hoping we don't. You know, that means they're still playing or just finished playing. And once we get them guys seasoned in, you know, usually it's after Christmas, January, before we start making our strides.
Been doing a little work preseason on football. I'll tell you what, Mid-Dell rivalry this year is going to be something else between Carl Albert, defending champs there in football, and Del City looks like they're going to have another really, really strong team.
They are, but I don't think we're playing them in regular season.
Right.
Yeah, if we see them, we'd have to be in the playoffs. Now, I do know Midwest City and Carl Albert, I think, play. They're going to play a game, which I know Coach Hall over Midwest City is doing a really good job over there. He's got some really good players coming out. So, yeah, you're right. The Mid-Dell teams are going to be definitely fun to watch this year. Some talented athletes out there on that floor.
I think it will be 1 and 2, some shape or form preseason.
I like to hear that
for them.
I just hope we finish 1. I don't care what number we start. I just want our guys to finish 1.
That's right. There was some great games last year. We did 2 here on Squirtle, the Coweta game and the McAllister game that both ended with 1-point defeats for Del City, but they could have gone either way.
Mm-hmm. They were tough.
Smith misses a 3, and the East on top 4. It's got to be close to their biggest lead.
We're already in the fourth quarter with a 4-point lead for the East. That might be the first time I've seen rotation on defense in this one right in this game right here. That's a pretty good stop.
They were trying to cook up something fancy down there and didn't go according to plan. Out of bounds. Parker Fredrickson committed to a couple of different schools. I think Missouri is now going to be at Wake Forest.
Oh, is that where he's going to end up going?
Yeah, looks like he can really shoot it. There's Ingram from Memorial. Ingram's going to play here at UCO. There's a steal.
Second turnover in a row.
Ooh, took it down there in with the trees. Hacker had it taken away, and Barber scores for the West.
We played against him when we was in that Norman tournament when he was over there at Westmore. He can definitely shoot that ball. A couple turnovers here to change some things. I'm thinking Xander's about to pull this.
Yeah, his handle's pretty impressive. He gets fouled, he'll go to the free throw line, shoot a couple.
He likes the ball in his hands when that game's on the line. I tell you, he makes some good plays.
Free throw's good. What is the protocol on coaching in an all-star game here? If it gets tight, are we going to have timeouts? Are we going to have late substitutions? Are we going to draw up some plays?
I don't know. I know if I'm trying to win, I might use a timeout. You
right.
never know.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
Who you have in the finals?
Good call. You know, I think Miami can win this one tonight. But I tell you, Jokic is really tough to guard. They're fun to watch. I think it's going to be a fun series, but I think Miami sneaks one out tonight, and I'm going to probably end up going with Denver in 6.
Okay.
Denver in 6.
Just going back and forth here with some threes. Denver's put together a pretty good team. I think found some guys that could play some roles for them, and obviously with Murray and Jokic, tough guys to try to guard. There's a deep three from Barber.
Another ball game on here. Three-point ball game with a minute and a half.
We're going to start to see some defense, I think.
Yeah.
Miss and a rebound. Oh, Ingram almost stepped in front of it. Barber's kind of been hot. He's got a wide open pass to the basket. Gets fouled.
Chance for an and one to tie the game. We sure do appreciate you guys covering this game over here for the OPCA All-Star Game. This is pretty neat.
Our pleasure to be here. This is it's going to be a fun day with 2 more games coming up. Missed the second. 2-point game. Got it. Ice in the veins of Fredrickson. Can fill it up. Great block. And
a nice play on the and one right there.
Yes, it was. Luke Norwood from McLeod.
At the right place at the right time.
Laughing with his coach. 2-point game.
I may not help off on Fredrickson. I may just kind of stay tight on him with a no catch. He looks like he's putting that ball in his hands, and that's too much space.
Oh,
ready right there.
C.J. Smith throws it down and ties it up.
Nice dunk. It's good defense by C.J.
They're letting him play a little.
Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, did he just?
Oh! How about that?
I don't know if that was a shot. Well, you know, the pass. Oh, we got a foul.
Jareth Ingram saw that coming. Whether it was a shot or a pass, he knew where to go.
Ingram's always around the basket. Young man's always making plays. Well, here's the question. Do they going for the win or are they going to go for the tie? Oh, they got a 1-and-1. Now, this might be a little different. 7-to-1 team fouls. I don't know if we've seen that in an all-star game.
I don't even know if that's
that
accurate. I'm not sure. But if it is, then we got 1-and-1. But nobody has used timeouts.
We're just talking about that, the foul count. 7-to-1 in an all-star game.
Barber got them both.
Tied ball game with 29 seconds. Who you got? Who you think's going to take the shot here?
I think it's going to be Fredrickson or Ingram. Sorry. This is going up.
Yeah, he's about to pull it.
And a foul.
They said, hey, we got to get the foul count a little closer. 7-2 now.
88 apiece. All right. Ingram wants the clear out. It's a good matchup here.
Oh, he may have got away with a double dribble.
I think it was a double dribble. We got overtime.
Yeah, he sure did. And we got overtime, though.
What we call a tie? We got a 2-minute overtime.
I don't know. Maybe they're going to go camp style and shoot free throws. Probably a 2-minute.
I don't know if there's any is there anything?
Yeah, they
2 minutes. Let's do it. That'll be fun. You got to worry about who you're putting in the game now. You just you go with pick out the best 5.
Oh yeah.
Here's what we're trying to do over here. Decision for Coach Trimble. Ingram's going to jump it up against C.J. Smith. Barber stole the tip. He might be the MVP if the West wins.
He gets his feet set. That thing is going in. Oh, they are running jumps. They look like they're running a little PC North run jump trap on these guys right now.
Another deep 3. Tie it up.
There goes Parker with another 3. Oh, he found him. Back-to-back 3s.
Yeah, he's got a big smile on his face. Short. Good rebound for Baker.
Left side bound. Oh, he.
got in a bad spot. Smith
CJ
is there
with
for
the
the
rebound.
rebound. Got himself under
Stay
control.
with it, yeah.
Puts his team up 5.
I tell you, when he's rebounding the basketball, man, he's really tough to guard when he's going to the glass. He was a game changer against us.
Good pump fake. East keeps it. There's Ingram going to the bucket again, and he'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Not a bad foul there. A little mass substitution with a 5-point lead here now.
We do have some strategy being discussed here. Zach Trimble's going to try to heat him up a little bit with some pressure. See if they can force a turnover or get it into Xander Baker's hands. Let him try to break the press. Good pass, good finish.
Good finish right there with contact. This one's going up.
Time for showtime. He stuffs it. The West coming back from 7 down in the fourth quarter.
So winning by 7, or by 5 right now in overtime.
Going to win it in overtime and make the century mark at 100 points. So next game coming up, going to be Class 3 against Class 2A. Lenny, you could do this full time, man. You can be my partner anytime you want.
Thank you. This is fun. I appreciate it.
All right, good talking to you.
Man. Hey, you take care of yourself.
All right, we'll take a quick break, come back with Game 2 here at the OBCA All-Star Game.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members